Hi everyone, I'm excited for you to join the Gemini Part 1 series of some of the new tools that Gemini has and just a refresher on things Gemini. So there are all kinds of AI platforms out there, so I encourage you to play around until you find a platform that fits most of your needs. Think of AI as if it's your favorite grocery store. So I am personally an Aldi girl. I shop mostly at Aldi. However, there are some things that I need specific from different stores. So I think about AI like that. Where do I get the most bang for my buck for what I want? And then every now and then I'll reach out to different platforms that I know can do a better job than the one I'm typically in. So I want to show you about the new Gemini in Google Classroom. You may have noticed when you logged in this school year that you can see Gemini on the left-hand side. For right now, Gemini is only available to teachers in our district. So when you click on Gemini, it is a really great option for using some of the tools that are prompted for you, where you don't have to do as much chatting with the language model. It will do most of the thinking for you and prompting you. So for sake of time, I'm only going to show you one thing today, but there's so many different options here. So feel free to play around with these. If you like one, tell your digital learning coach. We'd love to hear what you enjoy from this process. So I'm going to start with outline a lesson plan. And so I'm going to put my target grade level. Let's do 8th grade. And you can choose your template. I'm going to stick to general. And then from here, you can describe the topic or standard. So I'm actually just going to paste the standard that I want from 8th grade science, and I pulled it directly from the state website document. You could even upload some additional content if you wanted to, and then I'm going to generate the learning objectives. From here, you have the ability to edit them, to regenerate, to add to them, so always make sure you review any content that is created from AI because there are errors. You also have an option to describe your class, and so you could talk about the size, some of the resources, some of the learning needs. So for example, we can put it's a class of 25 students with mixed learning levels and ability, and there are 6 ML students that speak minimal English. We'll start there. And then I'm going to generate a lesson plan. And so it'll take a few moments to generate that plan for you. And by no means is it ever going to be perfect. So you'll want to make sure you read through it. It's a great place to start if you're stuck on a topic. I know we have some newer standards that are out there this year. So feel free to use this as a place to start. Pretend it's just another colleague in the room. It provides some great lesson overviews with materials. I love that it gives some common misconceptions, so you could read through those. It gives you a few activities, all sorts of things that it will generate in just a few seconds. I even love that it gives you an assessment. So from here, you could export this to Google Docs to where you have it forever, because otherwise it won't stay in your Gemini Google Classroom. You'll want to make sure you take it somewhere else if you want to keep it. You can even chat with this and add some more to it. So develop a homework assignment. It gives you a prompt for that. Provide scaffolding, shift the focus. So let's provide a homework assignment and see what it comes up with. And just that quick, we now have some homework here. So you can edit, you can chat with it. It even gives it something for grading. So you could export this to Docs so you have it and you can get started making that custom for your class. What I really like is when you get to the bottom, you have some other options to find relevant video resources for that content. You could create some more hooks, and you could even create a quiz. So I'm going to jump into creating a quiz, but I challenge you to try any of these tools. So it automatically put in my grade 8. I'm going to change the number of questions to 10. It already put in my standard. I have my learning targets. I can edit these if I need to. And then it gives me an option to choose if I want multiple choice, true, false, short answer, or long answer. So I'm going to choose those 3 just for now. And then I'm going to see what it comes up with. For me, this is the really cool part, that all of this is happening in Google Classroom. because once I've looked at this and I've edited or seen where I need to make some edits, I have the option to continue prompting it. So generate some other things for tier 2 and 3 vocabulary, add 3 more questions. You can do all of this right here. I can export this into docs. I can export it into forms. But what I think is really cool is I'm going to go straight to add to class. From here, I'm going to select my class and I'm going to make it a quiz assignment. Hit confirm, and it's going to automatically take me to that Google Classroom where all I'm going to have to do is add the title of the assignment and do a couple other clicks to make it custom for my students. So it's automatically brought it into Google Forms for me. I can title it Unit 1 Quiz, whatever you want to call it, add some instructions if you need to. If you need to add some other supports, you can do that here. It looks just like if you were going in to make this assignment. You can select which students you want to have this. You can select which topic, work on your grading, add a rubric, and then all that's left to do is either schedule it or assign it. And so you can go ahead and directly assign it all from those few clicks in Google Classroom Gemini. And so from here, this was all I did. I'm going to go back to my lesson plan. Since it doesn't save, you want to make sure you've exported that to a Google Doc. And I can check that my assignment is there. And I'll see it in my classwork under Unit 1 Quiz. And there is the Google form. Go in and edit what you need, add custom questions, delete things you don't want. But all of that was created through Gemini, and I can now have a place to start without coming up with all of this on my own. I hope you enjoy this new feature and let us know what you guys think.